Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain numerical methods for solving nonlinear equation, that is nonlinear algebraic and transcendental equation. So first of all I will explain intermediate value theorem because all the numerical methods for solving the nonlinear equations based on the intermediate value theorem. So if f of x is a continuous function on the closed interval ab and the sign of f of a is different from the sign of f of b, that is the product of the both functional value should be less than 0, then there exists a point c in the interval ab such that f of c is equal to 0. Hence any value c belongs to open interval AB can be taken as an initial approximation to the root. So here if we explain the statement with the help of the graph. So this is the xy plane and say this is a function. This function is y is equal to f of x. So here this point is x is equal to a and the functional value is f of a which is negative, and the coordinate of this point is a comma f of a, and say this point is b and this is a point and this point is b comma f of b. Here at x is equal to b functional value is positive and at x is equal to a functional value is negative, and if the sign of the functional value at a point is different from the sign of the functional value at the other point. So in that case if the product of both functional values, say f of a is negative, f of b is positive and their product is negative, so it means a desired root laying between the interval ab, that is a desired root laying between a and b. Now here I am taking a question based on the intermediate value theorem. So question is equation f of x is equal to x की power 3 minus 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. Say this is equation 1. Now we want to compute a interval where a root laying between with the help of the intermediate value theorem. So we put the different values of x in equation 1. So first put x is equal to 0. So when we put x is equal to 0, so this will be 0 minus 0 minus 9 is equal to minus 9, which is negative. Now put x is equal to 1, then 1 to the power 3 is 1 minus 4 into 1 is 4 minus 9, so this is minus 12 which is less than 0. Now put x is equal to 2, 2 की power 3 is 8 minus 4 into 2 is 8 minus 9 is equal to minus 9 which is less than 0. Now put x is equal to 3 in equation 1. So 3 की power 3 is 27 minus 4 into 3 is 12 minus 9. So 27 minus 21, this is 6 which is greater than 0. So here functional value is negative, here functional value is positive. So therefore f of 2 into f of 3 is less than 0. Hence a root lies between 2 and 3, that is the desired interval is 2 and 3. It means if we draw a graph, say this is xy plane and this is a curve y is equal to f of x. Say here say this point is x is equal to 2 and at this point the functional value is negative, and say this point is x is equal to 3 and this point is functional value is positive, that is the desired root laying between 2 and 3. In this interval compute a desired root for the given equation. So the next, that is first method, which is known as the bisection method. This method is based on the intermediate value theorem discussed. This method is also known as the bisection method of Bolzano or binary search method. This method is based on the repeated application of the intermediate value theorem, and which is defined as the following steps. So, in step 1, using the intermediate value theorem, find an interval AB. If f of a into f of b is less than 0, then the root lies in AB. In step 2, the first approximation to the root is if f of x1 is equal to 0, then x1 is a root of the equation fx is equal to 0. And this approximation is defined as x1 is equal to a plus b upon 2. That is, to the root is x1 is equal to a plus b upon 2, and if f of x1 is equal to 0, then x1 is a root of the equation fx is equal to 0. Otherwise, go in step 3. Again, use the intermediate value theorem and to decide whether the root lies in the interval a x1 or x1 b. Then in step 4, repeat the step 3 using the interval either a x1 or x1 b, and in step 5, the procedure repeated while a length of the last interval is less than the desired accuracy. Now, see the graphical representation of these steps. So, here this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and say this is a curve or function y is equal to f of x. Say here this point is a. Here f of a is negative, that is f of a is negative. Now say this point is b and f of b is positive. So therefore f of a into f of b is less than 0, that is root lying between the interval ab. Now if we compute the first approximation to the root, which is denoted by x1 is equal to average of the both values, that is at the end points of the interval, that is a plus b upon 2. If this x1, that is when we compute f of x1, if this x1 is less than 0, that is this x1 if less than 0, that is functional value of the functional value at x is equal to x1 is negative. So in that case this value say laying here, this is x1. So now the in the next step, root laying between, because the functional value at x is equal to x1 is negative and functional value at x is equal to b is positive, because in each step apply again and again the intermediate value theorem. So here f of x1 is negative, f of b is positive, so root laying between x1 and b. Now if the functional value is greater than 0, in that case this greater than 0, say this laying lies on the right side of the bisect of the point, say at x is equal to x. So this is x1. Now here f of x1 is positive and f of a is negative. So in that case f of a into f of x1 is negative, and here f of x1 into f of b is negative. So root laying between x1 and b, and here root laying between a and x1. So this is the procedure to compute the desired root of the given equation with the help of the bisection method. Now I will explain the detailed concept of the bisection method with the help of a numerical problem. Now question is, using bisection method to find an approximate root of the equation x की power 3 plus 4x square minus 10 is equal to 0, correct to 3 decimal places. So explanation of this question. Now In step 1, let fx is equal to x की power 3 plus 4x square minus 10. Say this is equation 1. Now using the intermediate value theorem to compute an interval where a real root lies. So we put the different values of x and start from 0. So here if we put x is equal to 0, then f of 0 is equal to 0 plus 0 minus 10 is equal to minus 10. This is negative. Now put x is equal to 1. So f of 1 is equal to 1 की power 3 is 1 plus 4 into 1 की power 2 is 1 and 4 into 1 is 4 minus 10 is equal to minus 5. This is negative. Now put x is equal to 2 in equation 1. 2 की power 3 is 8 plus 2 की power 2 is 4 and 4 4 just 16 minus 10 is equal to 24 minus 10 is equal to 14. This is greater than 0. So here f of 1 is negative and f of 2 is positive. So therefore f of 1 into f of 2 is less than 0. Hence root lies in the interval 1 and 2. That is a required root lying between 1 and 2. Now in step 2, the first approximation to the root is, which is denoted by x1. x1 is a plus b upon 2. So here which value is a and which value is b? So when the functional value is negative, so that value is a, that is we consider f of a is negative and f of b is positive. So f of a is negative, f of b is positive. So in that case here f of 1 is negative and f of 2 is positive. So here a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2 upon 2 is equal to 3 upon 2 is 1.5. Now compute the functional value at x is equal to 1.5, that is x1, and here x1 is 1.5 and this is equal to 1.5 cube plus 4 into 1.5 square minus 10, and this value is equal to 2.375, which is greater than 0. This functional value is positive and in the previous step this functional value is negative. So here using the intermediate value theorem, and intermediate value theorem says that the product of two functional values should be less than 0. So here f of 1 into f of 1.5 is less than 0. So in that case root laying between 1 and 1.5. Now in step 3 the second approximation to the root. So second approximation to the root is denoted by x2, and x2 is equal to 1 plus 1.5 upon 2, and this is equal to 1.250. Now the functional value at x is equal to 1.520. So f of 1.250 is equal to negative 1.797. This is less than 0. So this functional value is negative and this functional value is positive. So therefore f of 1.250 into f of 1.5 is less than 0. So root laying between 1.250 and 1.5. So in step 4, the third approximation to the root is denoted by x3, and x3 is equal to 1.250 plus 1.5 upon 2, and this value is 1.375. Now compute the functional value. So here f of 1.375 and this value is 0.162 and which is positive. So this functional value is positive, but in the step 3 this functional value is negative. So therefore the product of both the functional value 1.250 into 1.375 is negative. That is now the root laying between 1.250 and 1.375. Now in step 4, in step 5th, the fourth approximation to the root is denoted by x4 and x4 is 1.250 plus 1.375 divided by 2 and this value is equal to 1.313. So functional value at x is equal to 1.313 and this functional value put in the equation 1. So we obtain value is negative 0.843 which is less than 0. This functional value is negative and in the step 4 this functional value is positive. So root laying between 1.313 and 1.375. So therefore f of 1.313 into f of 1.375, this is less than 0. Now go in step 6. Step 6, the fifth approximation to the root is denoted by x5 and x5 is equal to 1.313 plus 1.375 divided by 2 and this value is 1.344. Now add this value of the x, compute the functional value and put this value in equation 1. So 1.344 is equal to negative 0.347. This is less than 0. This functional value is less than 0, that is negative, and in the step 5 this functional value is negative and in the step 4 this functional value is positive. It means root laying between 1.344 and 1.375. So therefore f of 1.344 into f of 1.375 is less than 0. So now the root laying between 1.344 and 1.375. Now step 7. In step 7 the sixth approximation to the root is denoted by x6 and x6 is equal to 1.344 plus 1.375 divided by 2 and this value is equal to 1.360. Now compute the functional value at x is equal to 1.360, that is put this value in equation 1. So 1.360 is equal to negative of 0.089. So this is negative, that is this functional value is negative. In the previous step, that is step 6, this functional value is negative. Now in step 5 this functional value is negative, but in step 4 this functional value is positive. So now root laying between 1.360 and 1.375. So therefore the 1.360 into f of 1.375 is less than 0. So now root laying between 1.360 and 1.375. Now next step is step 8. In the step 8 the seventh approximation to the root is denoted by x7. x7 is equal to 1.360 plus 1.375 divided by 2 and this value is equal to 1.368. So at x is equal to 1.368, put in equation 1 and obtain the functional value. So this is 1.368 is equal to 0.043 and this functional value is positive. In step 8 this functional value is positive, but in step 7 this functional value is negative. It means the root laying between 1.360 and 1.368. So therefore f of 1.360 into f of 1.368 is less than 0. Now in step 9 the 8 approximation to the root is denoted by x8, and x8 is equal to 1.360 plus 1.368 divided by 2, and this value is equal to 1.364. Now at x is equal to 1.364 and put this value in equation 1, then we obtain the functional value. So f of 1.364 and this value is equal to minus of 0.020. So this functional value is negative, but in the previous step this function value is positive. So root laying between 1.364 and 1.368. So therefore f of 1.364 into f of 1.368 is less than 0. So now root laying between 1.364 and 1.368. So in step 10, the ninth approximation, which is denoted by x9 is equal to 1.364 minus 1.368 divided by 2, and this value is 1.366. So here the functional value at x is equal to 1.366. So this functional value is 0.013, which is positive. So this functional value is positive, but in step 9 this functional value is negative. So therefore the product of both the functional value is 1.364 into f of 1.366 is less than 0. So now root laying between 1.364 and 1.366. So compute the 11th step, and in the 11th step the 10th approximation to the root is denoted by x10, and x10 is equal to 1.364 plus 1.366 upon 2, and this value is 1.365. But your question is how many steps compute with the help of the bisection method. So continue this process until we obtain the desired accuracy of the decimal place, that is where the procedure stopped. So in that case, if the n plus 1th approximation and nth approximation, that is the difference between n plus 1th approximation and nth approximation is less than the epsilon, that is error, and this error is equal to 1 upon 2 into 10 की power minus k, that is here k is the number of decimal places. So here this error is equal to 1 by 2 into 10 की power minus 3, because we want to compute the desired root correct to 3 decimal places. So this value is equal to 0.001. So in that case, here we compute the 10th approximation, that is x10, and in the previous step the 9th approximation, that is x9. So this value is equal to 1.365 minus 1.366, and this is equal to 0.001, and this value is exactly equal to the error. So in that case this is less than or equal to error, and error is equal to 1 upon 2 10 की power minus k. So hence the desired root of the given equation with the help of the bisection method, x is equal to 1.365. So this is the value of the root, that is this root is known as the approximate root, and of the given algebraic equation with the help of the bisection method. Now here this is a question based on the bisection method, and I am taking a hint to solve this equation, that is this problem, with the help of the bisection method. So here compute a positive root of the equation x minus cos x is equal to 0 using bisection method correct to 2 decimal places. So here first of all in step 1 consider the function fx is equal to x minus cos x and this is equation 1. This equation is a transcendental equation because this equation contains the algebraic variable x and a trigonometric function cos x. So this equation is a transcendental equation, and transcendental equation cannot be solved with the help of the analytical method. So such type of equation solve only with the help of the numerical methods. So here by using the bisection method, compute a positive real root of this equation correct to 2 decimal places. So in step 1 compute a interval where the positive real root laying. So first of all put x is equal to 0 in equation 1. So f of 0 is 0 minus cos 0 and cos 0 is 1, that is this is minus 1 which is less than 0. Now put x is equal to 1. So f of 1 minus cos 1, that is when we compute the functional value and that function or that equation contain any trigonometric expression. So first of all we convert your scientific calculator from degree mode to radian mode. That is if your calculator in radian mode, then we compute the functional value of such type of equation, that is where trigonometric expression sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, cosec x exist. Or so here 1 minus cos 1, that is this value compute with the help of the calculator after converting the degree mode to radian mode, and this value is 0.46 which is greater than 0. So here f of 0 is negative, f of 1 is positive, and the functional product of the functional value is negative. It means root laying between the interval 0 and 1. Now in step 2 compute the first approximation to the root which is denoted by x1, and x1 is equal to 0 plus 1 upon 2 and this value is 0.5. Now compute the functional value at x is equal to 0.5. So 0.5 is equal to 1 minus cos 0.5 and this value is equal to 0.12 and this functional value is positive. So according to steps of the bisection method, so in the every step apply the intermediate value theorem. So here this functional value is positive, but in the step 1 this functional value is negative. So therefore f of 0 into f of 0.5 is less than 0. Now the root laying between 0 and 0.5. Then in step 3 compute the second approximation to the root is denoted by x2, and x2 is equal to 0 plus 0.5 upon 2 and this value is equal to 0.25, and compute the functional value at x is equal to 0.25, that is 25 is equal to 1 minus cos 0.25 and this value is equal to 0.03 which is greater than 0. That is this functional value is positive, and in the step 2 this functional value is positive, and in step 1 this functional value is negative. So therefore root laying between 0 and 0.25, that is the product of the functional value f of 0 and f of 0.25 is less than 0. So root laying between 0 and 0.25 and continuing this process until where the difference between the two successive approximations which is less than or equal to 1 upon 2 tan ki power minus a number of decimal places. That is if the difference the n plus 1th approximation, and the nth approximation is less than or equal to 1 upon 2 10 की power minus number of decimal places, and we want to compute positive root correct to 2 decimal places for the given equation with the help of the bisection method. And continuing this process, and after the few iterations, we obtain the desired root x is equal to 0.73. So this is the desired root correct to 2 decimal places for the given equation with the help of the bisection method. So this is the detailed procedure how to apply bisection method for solving a given algebraic or transcendental equation. So thank you very much.